What's going on, everybody? Today I bring you my very first YouTube review ever for a movie titled Obsession. It was quite an intense watch, but I figured I'd draw the stuff from movies I've seen to get some creative inspiration and review them while I'm at it. And this will be the first one, which, crazy enough, is a horror movie. Here I'm drawing the star of the film, Indy Navarrete, aka Nikki in the film. I made 2 attempts at this drawing because usually I rush the first one out of laziness. You can call it a rebound or a resketch. I'm pretty sure if I made a third attempt at this, it would have been impeccable. That's just how my natural brain works, trial by error, third time's a charm. But I was too lazy to attempt the third try. This movie is not the most terrifying movie in my opinion, but it certainly was the most creepiest movie I've seen. Curry Barker, who is the director of this, definitely has a lot of potential to make some cool films, judging by what he did with this and his YouTube channel called That's a Bad Idea with his partner in crime Cooper Thomason, who stars in this movie. From what I noticed, the guys were definitely inspired by Key and Peele sketches, and they got involved with Blumhouse for this, which they definitely leveled up their cinematography because the way it utilizes shadows and silhouettes is a sight to behold. Kudos to the team behind the camera work. Honestly, I feel like it could have been a lot scarier than what it was, though. My mind was conjuring up stuff a lot scarier than what we got. I think the people that were scared of this are probably the ones that can relate to the premise of the movie, which is a guy getting romantically involved with a woman that gone crazy. It still spooked me though, because the slow pacing in the beginning gets your guard down, and then once it starts going, it doesn't let up. This movie was humorous in a very unsettling way, which is how I would describe Indy Navarrete's acting in this. Michael Johnston, who was the main guy named Bear, who makes a wish for her to love him more than anyone in the world, definitely got outplayed by her acting, even though he did an incredible job himself. His character was written in a way to show us that he is a flawed individual who probably deserves what's happening to him. This is my first time seeing Megan Lawless, and her character seemed realistic until I saw her dad in this movie, who was played by Andy Richter, the guy from Conan O'Brien's show, and he seems to have hired all her friends to work with her at the music store, which seemed kind of off-putting. She plays a part in pushing the story towards the creeped out factor, though. Movies like this is why I would never want to play with witchcraft. At the end of the day, I would not mess with that junk if my life depended on it. It also reminded me a lot of the Monkey's Paw episode on The Simpsons, Treehouse of Horror, where they're making wishes like world peace. I remember Homer was talking about wishing for a hamburger or something like that. I haven't seen it for years, but it did remind me of that. It has a simple premise that proves that sometimes less is more. I only watch horror movies when I feel the need to desensitize myself to the fear they try to influence us with. Because you got to know your enemy so you can face and conquer your fears. God doesn't give us a spirit of fear, but a sound mind. I don't really use a number rating system anymore because it gets complicated. Was it trash, mediocre, entertaining enough for a rewatch, or straight up legendary needs to be studied type of film? Well, I would rank this up to maybe entertaining to rewatch. Legendary films to me are like films like Shawshank Redemption, Green Mile, Forrest Gump, The Pianist, Saving Private Ryan. I would say those are the ones that hit the mark for me. It's just yeah, I would say this is entertaining enough for a rewatch, and you might catch some stuff on the second time around that makes Bear look more like a loser. It's a great score for a movie of this caliber, and I saw this with a coworker of mine, and there's a nasty jump scare in there that caused both of us to leap out of our seats, even though we felt it was coming. If you enjoyed horror films like Pearl, Smile, Misery, and Weapons, you'll definitely like this movie. Heck, even if you like Fatal Attraction, that falls into the comparison as well. Except this was like a supernatural, spooky version of that film. It is entertaining, and I was able to sleep soundly at night after watching it, but man, was it a creepy film. I hope you enjoyed this time lapse. I'm not a great artist, but I just draw for the love of the game, which may help me improve over time. Alright, peace out everybody, and be safe out there.